I'm sorry to interrupt. I'd just like to bring in Jack Clunan at this point. He's a former FBI special agent. Hello, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Now, as you speak to France 24, we're showing these live images coming into us from Sydney, where, of course, a gunman took an undisclosed number of people hostage some 17 hours ago now. What's your take on the police operation so far?
Well, I think that you reached a critical point when you described it as 17 hours into the standoff. At 17 hours, the perpetrator, who is known to the police, it probably begins because of sleep deprivation, anxiety, and all those things, begins to act erratically. The only reason why the police decide on making a siege, it's because they believe, either based on discussions they've had directly with the hostage taker, or because of the surveillance that they have, that he is about to act irrationally and possibly kill the remaining hostages. The police in Australia have articulated a message, and that is that we will wait, we will negotiate. You only make a tactical response when you feel all other avenues of negotiation, if you will, are ending and are fruitless. So this is not an easy decision. It's fraught with danger, as you know, because you don't know, in this case, the perpetrator has a pump-action shotgun, and it's alleged that he may have a bomb and that there are other people in his network that may have explosive devices at other locations in Sydney. So all of that was taken into consideration. But I will tell you, first and foremost, the police are interested in rescuing those people. They gave it what they thought was a reasonable period of time, and if he acted irrationally, they have to act. And you can see from the pictures that unfold, the tactical response is the flashes that you see. Those are gunshots, and those are flash grenades that are going off, and stun grenades, and they are designed to disorientate the hostage taker. Hopefully, they've had a fiber optic camera in the location, multiple cameras that actually show where the people are. Because if he was separated from the group, if he moved to a location where they thought they had an instant to get in there and isolate him, they will move. So, very difficult situation.
Jack Clunan, this is Annette Young from the International Affairs Desk here in the studio with Claire Pride. Certainly earlier in the day, a Channel 7 cameraman had been trailing his camera on the inside of the cafe, because the newsroom is just across the other side from Martin Place from the cafe, had picked up images of the gunman becoming particularly agitated after 5 of the hostages have managed to escape. Would that have served as a trigger point, so to speak, for police to start sort of hastening their operation in order to bring an end to this situation?
Well, it could have been. I mean, after all, this person, and I'm assuming wants to make a statement, he has the world's attention, whatever his grievance is. And as I said a moment ago, he is well known to the police. If he loses control of the situation, to your point, 5 hostages being released, we don't know if they were released. We don't know if they escaped. My sense is that they might have escaped. So that probably would have irritated him. And maybe that if they had contact with this gentleman, that the negotiations were going nowhere. He knows quite well that the Prime Minister, the head of state of Australia, is not going to go in direct contact with him, is not going to agree and accede to any of his demands. As you, again, get to that 17th hour, as we talked about, and there is no quid pro quo, there's no easing of tensions, then the possibility of an armed assault rises to the highest level. And again, why do you go in? You go in to save a life. Unfortunately, in these instances, sometimes people do get hurt. And so that's why people train. And I think that they thought that they had an opportunity. Really what's going to happen here in the post-mortem is, if this person was known to the police, and appears that he is known, having had a prior record, having had made threats to violence, then the question arises, well, what did we do about it? Where did we know what did we do to prevent this? If we knew he was making threats, under Australian law, should we have done more? It will raise the question of what amounts to free speech. It'll raise the question as to whether this man was self-radicalized. It'll raise the question because he asked for an ISIS flag, it will raise the question as to how many other episodes might occur, whether it's in France, whether it's in the United States. These are low-level attacks that are so difficult to stop.
Jack, at this point, I just want to alert the viewers to a tweet which has been tweeted by 7 News Network, 7 Network being the media outfit which has its offices and newsroom directly across the way from the cafe where this unfolded. They're reporting, and again, this is unconfirmed, that 2 people are dead and 3 others are badly injured. Again, unconfirmed reports that 2 people are dead and 3 others are badly injured. And clearly we saw those images earlier, just in the last half hour or so, Claire, when those stretchers went in, and we saw obviously a number of people being treated on the scene and being rushed off by ambulance workers. But it just shows you how serious a situation it obviously is.